If you want to become a Naraka god, look no further. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sham back with another Naraka video, man. It's my second video and I thought I would give y'all boys a special treat, man. And my best Soul Illuminati impression. You know what I'm saying? So Today, wait, before I get into all that, man, if you fucking with the kid, like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on those motherfucking notifications so you don't miss another banger video, you dig? I gotta do that shit earlier, man, cause some of y'all boys don't be making it through my intros, and y'all know my intros, I love to talk to y'all boys. You know what I'm saying? My intros are longer than other people's intros. You know, but this all good. I just love to sit here and talk to y'all first before we get into anything that we gotta get into, you feel me? But yeah, today is the day that I give away my secret sauce to Xbox players. You know, PC players, they gotta level up on us with pretty much all things in the game, but I hate how there's this misconception that PC players and Xbox players can't be on the same level playing field if you just figure the shit out on Xbox. Like, I have beaten the fuck out of PC niggas, and PC niggas have beaten the fuck out of me. At the end of the day, there are some really good controller Xbox players who play Naraka that can give anybody who plays this game the business. Simple. So just cause you're on Xbox, man, don't get discouraged and think you gotta go out and get a PC to compete. Because at the end of the day, if you get the right settings, and maybe get you some paddles. I just ordered me some paddles, so I won't be talking about paddles in this video, but I've been doing pretty okay, but I know when I get these paddles, it's gonna be even better. So that's what I would recommend, is getting paddles if you are going to be a primarily controller player, even if you switch to PC and you stay on controller, you feel me? So make sure you get some paddles. But these settings, I've been fooling with since the day it came out on Xbox, and I just refused to use the bumpers to fight. I just didn't like it. I even tried to switch it up to make it more like For Honor, where my light attack was RB and my heavy attack was RT, but I still didn't like that, and I didn't like dodging and running with circle. I don't know, it just felt weird, man. So I tried to figure out the best way of playing it where it just felt natural to me, you know? And I think we should just go ahead and get into that, bro. I'm not gonna waste any more time. I appreciate everybody who showed me love on the last video for Zippy. I haven't made a video on this channel in 11 months almost, man. And that was my first video. I came back and it did pretty well to say I haven't been here for almost a year. So I appreciate all the love, all the support. I appreciate the new subs. I appreciate the likes. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the one comment that I got and I replied to him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to XZiv. He was the only person that left me a comment on the Zippy video. So I appreciate you, bro. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those notifications. Let's get it. All right, YouTube. All right, antisocial gang, you feel me? These are the godlike settings for the controller. Basically, you'll start off with this the controller preset of Swordsman. Yes, I fight with X and Y on this game. It's very weird, and I'll get into the details of why fighting this way is a little more difficult, and I figured out a workaround to it that is almost like a workaround that nobody actually agrees with, but if you're gonna play this play style, you have to use this workaround that I'm going to give y'all. But basically, we'll get into the sensitivities and shit first, and then I'll go through the remap, although you see everything right here. So even if you're watching the video and you just want the customs, you can leave right now, my guy. Don't let the door hit you out. Don't let the door hit you out on the way. You feel me? Like, if you want to leave now, go ahead, steal my shit and leave. But I appreciate the real niggas that stay and get the explanation on why things are the way they are. So let's get it, bro. My horizontal view sensitivity is 105. That is fast as shit. I wouldn't recommend anyone try 105 unless you're a complete demon and you like throwing yourself in there and just being a demon. You know what I'm saying? Hell spawned himself. I started off with a horizontal view sensitivity of 90. So I will say anywhere between 90 and 105 is a good spot. You can sit at that sweet spot of 95 and you'll be great. But I will say the regular default horizontal sensitivity is way too goddamn slow. Naraka is all about turning, and with playing with my playstyle, it's already hard to do that, and I'm going to explain it later. Horizontal's 105, vertical view sensitivity is 55, horizontal view sensitivity 45, 45, 55, 0, 15, 15, 5 for dead zone, 3 for outer threshold, 0 for turn up ramp time. This is very important right here. Make sure your attack aim assist is attack from camera direction. I can't stress that enough. That is the most important thing. Probably my first month of playing this game, because it's been out for a couple months now, right? Or am I tripping? I don't know how long the game's been out, but I've been playing since day one. I can tell you, I can't tell the difference between aim assist strong and aim assist weak. But I can say, I feel like aim assist weak is the best thing if you're on PC. Or if you're playing with the other playstyle where you're playing with where you're attacking with the triggers. But with this playstyle that I'm working with and I'm giving you right now, definitely put it on strong. I just feel like it's a little bit better. But you're free to choose either one. I really don't think it makes much of a difference. Also, the controller stuff doesn't matter when it comes to the invert and all that stuff. And turn off your vibration if you hate vibration. That's pretty much it. So now let's get into the actual remap. So this is how I play Naraka currently. I have A for jump. I have clicking in the left stick for dodge and clicking in the right stick for crouch. When I get my paddles, I'm pretty sure my dodge and my crouch are going to be my paddles. I'm not sure. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it up, when I get my paddles, but for right now, that's how it is. And then move and camera is L and R without clicking them in, obviously. And my horizontal strike is X, my vertical strike is Y, my replace equipment is down in X, my switch weapons is down, and then my meds is left, my items is right, my grapple hook is LB, my skill is RB, and my ultimate is RB. So when it comes to your skill and your grappling hook and your ultimate, you can choose what you want to choose right here. But for me, the best setup was to use LB as my grapple, and I like skill being RB, but I see a lot of people running like clicking in the right stick as their skill. And I understand that because like you're pointing your skill. So say if you're playing Fireball Tarka, right? You need to be able to press your skill button while aiming that fireball. Well, you're pretty much doing two things at the same time if your skill is clicking in the right stick. You can aim and click that bitch in and throw fireballs. So for me, if I'm playing Fireball Tarka, I'm aiming with my thumb on the right stick and I'm just hitting RB. It's pretty much two buttons instead of one, but it still works pretty damn good. And that way you can leave your crouch on R3, man, because this just makes the game so much easier. With ultimates, I tried LT and RT and I didn't like it because a lot of times I was activating quick counter on accident, just because when you're in the heat of battle, you might press one button earlier than the other. So with LB and RB, you might fuck around and press your skill early, but there's nothing really wrong with pressing the skill early, in my opinion. Like for instance, when I'm playing Wu Chen, I might want to activate my portal or my switch, but if I haven't popped my skill yet on him, then it'll activate my shield. Well, that's fine, because if I activate it, it's gonna make me back up out of a combo that I could potentially already be in. So it's a good thing anyways. Then I just spam the buttons again and get my ultimate, to proc. And then lock on, wait, we gonna talk about it. But initially, in my first few weeks of this game, I never played with lock on. I heard so much shit about lock on. Don't run lock on sucks. Sham your ass if you run lock on. Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. But at the end of the day, my thumb is on X and Y majority of the game. And I can't use my right stick to turn my camera. So this is the big issue that I have with this setup, is playing this way. You are going to have times where you're going to have to take your thumb off of X and Y to turn your camera. It's not big as an issue as you would think, but it is an issue when you're playing against PC players and other controller players who are playing with their bumpers and their triggers, because that means their thumb can always be on the right trigger to turn their camera. Well, guess what? Lock On fixed that shit. You feel me? So if you in a 1v1, especially in solos, this setup is super good for solos. If you're in a 1v1 situation, you literally hit LT. I got lock on set for LT. You hit LT and you lock on to them, and even if they go behind you, the camera snaps back to where they are. So I never have to worry about touching my right stick for anything. And then if I get into group fights, guess what? I just hit LT and turn lock on off. And that way I'm fighting like I was before I figured out this mechanic, and before I even tried to do this. And I just kind of got used to knowing when to put my thumb back on the right stick and when to press my buttons. And trust me, you deal with it enough and you will actually understand and you will actually get it. So that's my recommendation when it comes to that. When it comes to ranged weapons, it's also LT to aim and it's RT to shoot. I mainly just use RT. I don't even worry about aiming, but some weapons are good to aim, like bows, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, all the weapons pretty much just shoot with RT. And then quick counter is RT. And you also have, you know, the other counter where you can, you know, hold the light attack, then quickly press the heavy attack before you get off your first charge, and you'll do a parry that way as well. And then the rest of the shit is just normal. That should be default. And then pick up repair weapons is B. I don't know if that's normal, but I think I changed that to B. And pretty much that's it, y'all. Like when it comes to the controller settings, in this video, I was going to add something else that hasn't been talked about a lot, or that I haven't even really seen any videos about, man, because I'm trying to become the #1 Xbox Naraka content creator. I'm not trying to become the #1 Xbox player in the world on Naraka. I really don't care about that. I love the game. I have fun playing it. I'm having fun getting better. But at the end of the day, I don't care about those titles. What I care about is bringing y'all dope content, bringing y'all useful content, because at the end of the day, they sleep on Xbox people, and all they do is make fun of us for being on Xbox. And it's like, dude, like, I can't tell you how many PC players I've blended. And I'm up into platinum ranks, so sometimes those bigger and more skilled PC players have been in my lobbies, and I have got their ass. Don't let anybody discourage you for being on Xbox, because it's actually doable. And that's just my recommendation, man. I appreciate y'all.